Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi everyone. The excitement has really picked up now and I'm eager for the action to start.
The pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The action has already started. That'll be a throw-in. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I'm really impressed with this guy, Jude Bellingham. For one so young, he has wonderful intelligence and a great ability to read the game. The most expensive 17-year-old in the game too, and he's got a wonderful natural feel of space.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Now it's Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai. There he goes, motoring forward. Pedri.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Good ball, good take. Succumbs to the pressure. Now it's Mbappe. Hernandez. It's a pretty loose pass. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Anguissa. Oh, this is a terrific run. Tries a shot! Can he spark a counter here? Szoboszlai. Oh, he's been caught now. Has another go! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Backward it goes. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Bellingham. Chance!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Bellingham. Anguissa! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
France with the corner. They're first. And the keeper beats it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, super find. It's a promising position. He is, and he shoots! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
France are looking to go forward now. Anguissa, good driving run. Anguissa, chance for a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Anguissa really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's their second corner of the game. That's the keeper's ball. And now a sudden chance to counter.
France are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
And the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Now it's Bellingham. It's gone out for a throw-in. Milan trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling... Oh, shooting chance! Goal, Milan! And Milan have the lead. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
Bellingham.
France truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
And that should get the job done. Alvarez. Alexander-Arnold. Milan do have a chance to counter here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And here's Alvarez. Out of play for a goal kick. Bellingham. That has ended up in no man's land. And that'll be the final action of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Great ball, and he's in here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Van der Ven promptly onto that, and that is that. Nice looking ball. This looks promising. And the shot! It's a goal! France are back on level terms. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And that has added a whole new complexion. Goes for a shot! And he's opted for the long pass. Now this could be a chance. Bellingham. Great defending, strong and determined. Flings in across.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And he cuts out the supply. Hernandez. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's on Gisa. Bellingham. Alexander-Arnold calmly anticipates. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Threads one in. He's picked his way through. That's a decent clearance. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. De Bruyne. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Van de Ven is there to clear, and reclaimed it in a trice. De Bruyne. Can he get it through? Chips it through. And that has been knocked clear. Ndika cuts it out. Just about up to 75 minutes. Hakimi makes the interception. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And here's Alvarez. Loose ball now, and there's a chase. Oh, he's been caught on it here! And it's played into the middle. Hakimi gets it away.
Milan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Poor robust challenge. Decent chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Alexander-Arnold gets rid without sophistication. Now it's Mbappe. Shoots! Goal! France! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 21.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Numéro 6.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is
Le
brilliant.
numéro 14.
Bruno Fernandes. Chance, surely! It's there! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back now! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done.
He's had a shot! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Mbappe clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Gets a good foot in there. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Alexander-Arnold. Chouameni.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Shoots! Oh, it's come off the upright. Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, what else can we say about this fellow, Moises Caicedo? He'll be extremely busy just shifting the ball all over the place as a 6 or an 8. We've seen him do that an awful lot. But it's what he does without the ball, for me, that makes him priceless. I mean, rarely do you see someone who can disrupt opposition play as cleverly as he can, and he will be a key factor.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Oh, didn't catch it right.
Well, how about that touch, Peter? I mean, that was brilliant. He got the ball to go exactly where he wanted it. The touch was perfection, the finish, imperfection.
Can he get on the end of this? He won't be happy with that one. Mbappe. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And he's got his range wrong there. De Bruyne. And the pass is intercepted. Mbappe. Decent chance! 0-0 still. No lack of chances, though.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
Now it's De Bruyne. And this is Lukaku. Fired deep towards the back post. Szoboszlai. Bellingham. He's shifting through the gears here. That is a brilliant interception. That's a sharp pass. Gabriel makes the interception. Caicedo calmly anticipates. And it's Barella. Bellingham. He's through, now is he in? Barella! It's run loose, who's going to get there?
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
De Bruyne, he's got away. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
De Bruyne cuts a frustrated figure right now, he just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
They've played it short. Can he get it through? Looking tidy in possession here. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. De Bruyne.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Could be danger here. He's in a great position here. That's really well manoeuvred. Alvarez. And that's been intercepted. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. France couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Mbappe. And he shoots! Goal! France! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
France are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that...
There's the shot! And that would have been some goal.
Lukaku certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. And he's worked it through. Bellingham. And here's Lukaku. Now it's Alvarez. And it's Pedri. Alvarez. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Alvarez. De Bruyne. Oh, that's superb. He's had a shot! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. We'll do it back on the first 45 minutes.
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that, and still very much in this game.
France can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. France carrying a one-goal lead. Chouameni. De Bruyne. Lukaku. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Big chance! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Keeper's dealt with that. Now it's De Bruyne. Mbappe tries to pass it through. Indica. Alvarez. It's a good foot in there. Hakimi running with the ball.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Van de Ven attempts a clearance. Oh, easy pickings there. Well, that looks a decent ball.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Great ball if he can get there. And the shot! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 21, le numéro 7. À leur place, le numéro 47.
Most accurate pass.
Le numéro 38.
And now a sudden chance to counter. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Mbappe. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Caicedo. Chance here to counter. Gabriel cuts it out. Threads one in. This looks promising. Mbappe shapes to shoot! It's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Takes a shot! Goal, Milan! And the comeback is complete!
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Taken back almost at once.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
France perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
Showing great feet there. Now it's Mbappe. He's picked his way through. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And the shot!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro
So,
6.
third corner of the game.
Le numéro 9. Le numéro 37. À leur place, le numéro 32. Le numéro 8. Le numéro 17. Changement en cours.
Not quite sure who got the final touch, but it will be another corner. So their fourth corner of the game. Mbappe! And that would have been game, set and match.
Mbappe really should have done better there. I just hope for his sake that he doesn't live to regret that. They've got to make this nice and quick.
France ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Thinks about the shot.
France really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
France are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And it's Lopez. Oh, there's a probing ball.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
He slings it in. And the counter-attack is on for Milan. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here.
Temps additionnel.
And the number on the board is 3. Out of play for a goal kick. Gravenberg is there, and he can pick it up. Foden. Is there any chance for a shot?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And we're done. France did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Looking here to chip it through. And here's Alvarez. Alvarez showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Driving forward. And he shoots! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And the keeper beats it away. Szoboszlai tries across. Milan are looking to go forward now. Zambo Anguissa. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, a lot has been said, Peter, about this guy, Julian Alvarez. I remember him from his breakout performance back in 2020 in the group stages of Latin America's greatest club competition, where pretty sure I remember he got 5 goals and an assist. Now, back then, I saw him as a very versatile forward who can play anywhere across the line, so this is a great guy to have in your squad.
Yeah, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Oh, he's been caught on it here! And the pass is into Pedri! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo.
Shot a goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. AC Milan could counter here. And it's Pedri. And he welcomes it in. Hakimi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Now it's Thuram. Taken back almost. Can he finish? He's got away with one there.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
It's a really well-measured ball. Here comes the cross. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, played right into his path. He's picked his way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Has a look and plays it forward. Lukaku powering forward here. Oh, that's nice. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, good ball. There's the shot. Sticks it away. They have come roaring back.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
France grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Played out wide. Timber deals with that comfortably. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Alvarez gets into a good position. Anguissa. Mbappe. Bellingham. That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Thuram.
Additionnel, 1 minute.
He's a sharp little ball here. Now it's Lukaku. Can he get on the end of this? Can he finish? Goal, Milan! And they get themselves in front! And the whistle goes for half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
France can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Now, can they get him away? Milan can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Chance! Goal! Again, we are level. What a contest!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
This is quite a battle.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game. France have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
De Bruyne. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe. Oh no, this shapes to shoot! De Bruyne. Alvarez. Now it's Thuram. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
And he's cut it out. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Thuram. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. And it's De Bruyne. Now it's Thuram. Anguissa, who does have an assist to his name. The less said about that pass, the better.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 21. Le numéro 99.
Mbappe
Le numéro
might
9.
just make this.
À leur place, le numéro 7. Le numéro 38. Le numéro 8. Changement.
And he's been shifted off it. Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Mbappe. And that is out of play. Son Heung-min. And it's Caicedo. He's being urged to shoot. Probing pass. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. He's shifting through the gears here. Goes for a shot! Goal, Milan! And they're back in front. The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Well, this is a well-rehearsed drill. As soon as possession is regained, the commitment to attack is lethal.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming it.
Mbappe is on his... And a chance! They've done it! 2 up now, and they are cruising. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And yes, it's hit, and the shot! Really well taken goal. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Chance for a shot! It's there! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
This has become one superb game of football.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Il y aura 4 minutes de temps additionnel.
4 added minutes on the board. That'll be a throw-in.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 37. Le numéro 14.
Timber.
Le numéro 19.
Fermin.
À leur place,
And Caicedo.
le numéro 32.
Son
Le numéro
Heung-min
17.
takes control of
Le numéro
enemies
10.
on the move. He's in space and looking for options. Gravenberg, he is onto this. "90 minutes up, and we will be back for extra time."
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
So 90 minutes couldn't produce a winner, and we have extra time.
Cher public, je voudrais vous signaler simplement que vous pouvez, si vous souhaitez, retrouver les commentaires en direct
90 minutes gone
sur le
and
radio
nothing
FM.
between them still.
Changement pour la France.
France did fantastically well to force extra time, having been on the brink of defeat in normal time. If that shoots! They've done it! Well, they've got it again. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Driving on and making good progress. Now this could be a chance. He is through here. Takes aim and crosses. Real chance! It's run loose, who's going to get there?
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Good ball, good take. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Konate, and that has left him in a heap. Gravenberg with a definite foul there. Gravenberg did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process.
He'd been asking for that, Peter, and it puts him under much more pressure now.
Great vision. That's a good ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Half-time, extra time. Well, it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally, but does either team have what it takes to find a winner? And so the last chance to find a winner. They have given it everything, it's been gruelling, but who will be standing at the very end? Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Gravenberg. Looking for the run. Mbappe! Well timed, excellent interception. Son Heung-min. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Mbappe. And he opts to go forward. Now looking to orchestrate a counter, looking for a runner. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Bruno Fernandes. Great chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Son Heung-min, Bruno Fernandes. Son Heung-min, and he was alert to it. Tries a shot! Oh, that's incredible! And that may just do it! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy.
And that is it, the referee has seen enough. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
We have already started here.
Has a look and plays it forward. Searching passes played there.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Well, that's well spotted. Oh, this looks sharp.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Mbappe.
France looking to pass their way through. Cross from Hakim.
He rises!
That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, this team has a great engine room in the shape of this guy, Tchouaméni. The Frenchman being a robust, relentless pressing machine who also excels in ball retention and recycling. I noticed he's surprisingly good at progressing play when on the ball too.
Lukaku! And he nearly went all the way.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And it's Pedri. Good take, and is he in?
Oh, great defending, that needed doing.
France have the chance to go the other way. And here's Lukaku. Pedri.
First quarter of an hour gone.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe.
France are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. And no, that was never going to make it. Pedri.
Could move up a gear here.
Nicely aimed pass. Little pass back. Looking for a runner. Now this could be... Takes a shot! Oh, crossbar! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Looking for options for movement. And there's green grass ahead of him.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Van de Ven. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He's beaten the last man. And the pass is intercepted. He's a sharp little ball here.
Well, they can break here.
Bellingham. Picked up, real chance! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close.
Mbappe. 15 minutes till half-time. Great vision. Hernandez just loves to go forward whenever he can. Vinicius Junior. And it's Pedri. And he's on a charge. And here's Bellingham. Chance! I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. keeper's dealt with that. Struck first time. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now that's well seen too. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Steaming on goalwards. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Mbappe. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Pedri. Well seen, saw that coming. Pedri. And the first half is done. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So there was the first half.
France ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment.
And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
France have it back and can go again. Quality ball. Lukaku chasing after it. Engages and forces him off the ball. Pedri. France finding their passes. Pedri. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Bellingham did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And he's in on goal. That is a crunching tackle. Milan can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
That's a good ball. Mbappe purring through the gears.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's a nicely shaped ball. He's shifting through the gears here. Van der Ven did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That pass has been well intercepted. Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Bellingham chips it through. Can he finish? They've scored! Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Well, most of those go high and wide because of their difficulty. He made it look like he does it every day.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 21.
So, time
Le
for
numéro
changes
15.
on both sides,
Le numéro
actually.
9. Alors
So we
là,
have the first goal.
le numéro
Look,
7.
experienced voices
Le
need to be
numéro
heard
38.
now, along with
Le numéro
good
8.
purpose and
Changement.
urgency, and they can get right back into this.
There's the header! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And here's Son Heung-min. And that interception was most necessary.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, well measured. Oh, he's got a great chance! He's scored! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it. And it
Chance, surely! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Mbappe fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.